125,000 BD Warri Refinery commences operation. Islamic cleric urges probe into allegations of Nigerian military leader. World Bank approves $1.5 billion support for Nigeria after subsidy removal and tax reforms. And on the international scene, Ethiopia road accident death toll climbs to 71. Hello and welcome to Trust TV News Update. I am Sumaya Abubakar. Thank you for joining us and the details. The Warri Refining and Petrochemicals Company, with a capacity of 125,000 barrels per day, has resumed production in Warri, Delta State. This milestone was revealed by the Group Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, Mele Kyari, during a facility tour on Monday. The team also included Farouk Ahmed, the Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, NMDPRA, underscoring the importance of this development for Nigeria's energy sector. Amidst the continuous debate on the weighty allegations against the Nigerian government by the military leadership of Niger Republic, a renowned Islamic cleric, Sheikh Mohammed Nur Khalid, said the allegations should not be swept under the carpet, calling for a thorough investigation into the matter. Speaking in an interview in Abuja, the Imam said the denial of the allegations by the Nigerian government is not enough to douse the tension. The cleric, who made the reference to the strong relationship between Nigeria and Niger Republic, calls for calm among the citizens of the two nations.
What the Nigerian government is supposed to do, according to my own perspective, is to create a very strong committee of investigation to investigate and to make the result of that investigation available, accessible to all Nigerians and beyond, because many Nigerians have agreed with what he said. Not only common men, some important dignitaries, including previous ministers in this country, have agreed with what he said. Therefore, it is not a small matter. It's a very important issue, which could lead to war between Nigeria and Niger. Therefore, I'm not saying that if Niger is not in good terms with France, Nigeria must do so. But I am saying that the allegation is very strong, especially pertaining the issue of supporting and financing terrorism in Nigeria and within the northern part of Nigeria. This is a very strong allegation that the North will not take it light, that the citizens will not take it light, and by extension, the government will not take it light. And it's not a matter of just denial without investigation.
In Plateau State, hoodlums identified as members of the Sara Suka gang have claimed another life, this time stabbing a young tailor, Aminu Abdullahi, to death in Jos North local government area. Residents say the attack followed a confrontation between the deceased and the gang. Trust TV's Ado Musa reports.
Aminu Abdullahi was just 23 years old when his life was cut short by suspected members of the notorious Karasuka gang. Relatives say the deceased was ambushed and stabbed multiple times in the neck while on his way to his tailoring shop. Aminu was rushed to a hospital in Dutse Uku, where he was pronounced dead. Initially, a gang member snatched a phone from a young boy in the area, and Aminu recognized the thief. He managed to recover the phone and return it to the owner, angering the gang. Hours before the attack, they had threatened to kill him. Aminu reported the threat to the vigilante office, but was ambushed and stabbed while returning to his shop. He managed to hold one of his attackers before the vigilante arrived, but unfortunately, he passed away before receiving medical help. The tragedy has left Aminu's family in deep sorrow. His father, Abdullahi Maigoro, expressed his grief while calling for justice. The death of Aminu has touched me deeply, but there is nothing I can do. What pains me most is the injustice faced by poor people like us. It is even more disheartening when perpetrators commit such crimes and go unpunished. We just want justice to prevail. Aminu's mother, Hannatu Suleiman, echoed her husband's sentiments, adding a message of forgiveness and prayers for her son. It is disheartening to lose him, but I pray his soul rest in peace. If those responsible repent, that will be good for them. May God give us strength to bear this loss. 3 suspects have been arrested in connection with the killing, and Aminu's family is urging security agencies to thoroughly investigate the case and bring all perpetrators to justice. The killing of Aminu Abdullahi is yet another reminder of the insecurity and gang-related violence plaguing communities like Enshanu, with calls growing louder for authorities to take decisive action to end the menace. Ado Musa, Trust TV News, Jos.
With food queue stampedes claiming scores of lives, the president of the All Farmers Association of Nigeria, Kabir Ibrahim, has urged the federal government to activate short-term measures, including the importation of basic farm produce to flood the market with food. He stressed that for food security to be achieved in Nigeria, availability, affordability, and supply stability must be settled. The AFAN president said in Nigeria many factors are debilitating against this chief, of which is insecurity and climate change. Ibrahim said because population growth is still very high in the country, Nigerians must be able to practice agriculture very well, provide assistance for irrigation, agriculture, and mechanized agriculture to attain food security. Nigeria's headline inflation rate rose to 34.60% in November of 2024 and 33.88% in October 2024, according to the National Bureau of Statistics, the NBS. Significantly, the food inflation rate in November 2024 was 39.93% on a year-on-year basis, 7.8% points higher than the rate recorded in November of 2023, which was at 32.84%. The former governor of Kano State, Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, has refuted rumors circulating recently that he reached an agreement with opposition presidential candidates Atiku Abubakar of the PDP and Peter Obi of the LP to share power by alternating terms. In an interview with the BBC, Kwankwaso said he was unaware of such claims but had heard reports that Atiku's camp had been meeting with regional leaders, including clerics, to propagate this narrative. Kwankwaso explained that since leaving the PDP for the NNPP, he has found peace and has distanced himself from what he described as the humiliation he and his supporters faced in the PDP. The Lagos State chapter of the All Progressive Congress, the APC, has clarified that the state will conduct local government elections in 20 local government and 37 local council development areas, the LCDAS, in the state. The clarification was coming against the backdrop of the Supreme Court's judgment granting autonomy to the local governments. In Lagos State, there has been confusion over the creation of the 37 LCDAs carved with or out of the existing 20 local governments in the state. Since the LCDAs are not recognized in the Constitution, there has been speculation over whether the state would continue to conduct elections into the 37 LCDAs. Boyega Akoshile, special advisor on media to Governor Sanwo-Olu, had assured that the LCDAs would not be stranded following the Supreme Court's verdict. But the Lagos APC chairman, Pastor Cornelius Ojelabi, stated that the leadership of the APC in Lagos State had been inundated by the media, party members and other stakeholders on information about the conduct on the forthcoming local government elections, most especially if elections would hold in the 37 LCDAs. The residents of Chibok local government area in Borno State are pleading with authorities to address the persistent water scarcity in their community. Years of insurgency have devastated the area, depriving it of basic infrastructure and development. Trust TV's Beatrice Kuruti has the story.
Chibok, a small community of approximately 120,000 people, became internationally known in 2014 following the abduction of 276 schoolgirls by Boko Haram insurgents, sparking the global Bring Back Our Girls campaign. Now, as the area slowly recovers from the scars of insurgency, a pressing issue threatens daily life: access to clean water. Residents endure long treks to fetch water, often relying on a handful of boreholes, most of which are either broken down or inadequate to meet their needs. Some turn to water vendors, but the supply is erratic and many struggle to afford it.
We sell water for 500 naira because the source is far away and make 5 to 6 trips a day. But even that's not enough. It's really difficult to get water and the demand keeps increasing.
In Angwan Yobe, the community depends on an old well that has served them for years, but residents fear the dry Harmattan season will deplete the water supply further. Some locals have also raised concerns over contamination. According to a resident, the water currently available is unsafe for drinking, exposing them to health risks.
We don't have enough borehole, so actually the water we are using is not comfortable. That's why sometimes we are getting malaria and some things. Before you go fetch water, you will take a time before you get water. Sometimes some our women, they will not cook because of this water. Because we don't have people that go bring and sell it. They are not enough.
We have a dam, as you can see behind me, and a couple of boreholes. But if few boreholes can be added to the ones we have on ground, I'm sure sustainability in terms of water supply will be very, very good for the people, so that the issues of disease such as cholera can be easily eradicated.
Really, we have problem of water here in Chibok, and we are praying that our governor will do something for Chibok people.
The people of Chibok are hopeful that authorities will prioritize water projects to alleviate their suffering, ensuring a healthier and more sustainable future for the recovering community. Beatrice Kuruti, Trust TV News, Chibok.
In Adamawa State, a socio-cultural group has condemned statements made by a cleric, Sheikh Saliu Imam, accusing him of spreading divisive and inflammatory rhetorics. The remarks, which targeted Governor Ahmadu Umaru Fintiri and traditional leaders, have sparked concerns over peace and unity in the state. A viral video featuring Sheikh Saliu Imam has drawn outrage from the Pene da Boitier Development Association Worldwide, a prominent socio-cultural group in Adamawa State. In a press conference held at its secretariat in Yola, the group condemned the cleric's remark, describing them as divisive, hateful, and an attack on the traditions and governance of the state under Governor Ahmadu Umar Fintiri. The controversial comments reportedly criticized the newly enacted District Creation Law of 2024, which Sheikh Saliu claimed undermined the authority of the Lamido of Adamawa.
Law-abiding citizens of this state respect the rule of law, harmonious and peaceful coexistence, which the Constitution and the law of this country prescribe and guarantees. We will not allow ourselves to be made to deviate from that path. Finally, we call on all religious leaders and lovers of peace to condemn the cleric's action and promote peace, tolerance, and understanding. Gentlemen of the press, we must work together to build a society where everyone is treated with respect and dignity, regardless of their background or belief.
This is News Update on Trust TV. Coming up, Gombe student shatters stereotypes, balances work and studies. This and more to come after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. If you're just joining us, this is Trust TV News Update. Here's a recap of our top stories. We brought you 125,000 BD Warri Refinery commences operations. An Islamic cleric urges probe into allegations by Nigerian military leader. Moving on to more stories. Balancing academics and a part-time job can be challenging for many students, but for one 21-year-old undergraduate at the Federal University of Kashere, it is an opportunity to break barriers. Gilbert Igoluwarega has carved a niche for himself as a stylist specializing in women's hair and nails, a field where men are rarely seen. Trust TV's Hassan Kohli tells us more about his inspiring story. Take a look.
Gilbert's week is a mix of textbooks and tools. During weekdays, he attends classes and keeps up with his studies. On weekends, he transforms into a skilled stylist, working at salon in Gombe, where he has been perfecting his craft for the past 3 years. In a profession dominated by women, Gilbert's dedication and passion have earned him respect and loyal clientele.
I love my job. That has been my profession for long. I've been doing this for more than 3 years. I fix nails, I plait hair, I do makeup. Ladies always, they love when guys make their hair, and I love making their hair, honestly. I offer them seats and ask them what they want.
Despite societal stereotypes, Gilbert has embraced his role as stylist, challenging perceptions and inspiring others to pursue their dreams regardless of societal norms.
I would say there is nothing like handwork, honestly, because present now we have so many graduates looking for jobs. But I know what I gain from plating. I normally plait when I'm back from school, when I'm less busy. Yes, and it's depending the book. I get money from the salon, and they always support me in everything I do. My plan is to have my own shop, and I work as the boss.
Gilbert's resilience and self-belief are a shining example of what can be achieved with hard work and determination. He hopes his journey inspires others to chase their dreams, even in the face of societal challenges. From Gombe, Hassan Kohli reporting for Trust TV.
In business, the World Bank has released $1.5 billion loan to Nigeria following the federal government's implementation of a few of its economic reforms, including removing fuel subsidies and introducing tax policies. This was after the Apex Bank said it had approved 2 operations, $1.5 billion for the Nigerian reforms for economic stabilization to enable transformation, that's the Reset, Development Policy Financing Program, DPF, and $750 million for the Nigerian Accelerating Resource Mobilization Reforms Programs for Results. This combined $2.25 billion package provides immediate financial and technical support to Nigeria's urgent effort to stabilize the economy and scale up support to the poor and most economically at risk, according to a document released by the world's Apex Bank. The document dated June 13, 2024, said the loan further supports Nigeria's ambitious multi-year effort to raise non-oil revenues and safeguard oil revenues, promote fiscal sustainability, and provide sufficient resources to deliver quality public services. Away from Nigeria, the death toll from a road accident in southern Ethiopia has risen to at least 71, according to a local police official. In a Facebook post late Sunday, the Sidama Police Commission Traffic Prevention and Control Directorate said that 68 males and 3 females are known to have died in the accident so far. The police commission said the incident occurred at around 5:30 p.m. local time when the vehicle plunged off a road and into a river. The post added that other 2 have sustained heavy physical injuries, but did not detail any further information about the number of passengers on board at the time of the incident. The accident occurred in Sidama State, some 300 kilometers south of the capital Addis Ababa, in the eastern zone in Bonazuria Wereda. Blurred images shared by the Health Bureau earlier showed a mass of people surrounding a vehicle partially submerged in water, with many seemingly attempting to help pull it from the waters. Other images shared by the Bureau appeared to show bodies, some covered in blue tarpaulin, lying on the ground. Road accidents are common in Ethiopia, Africa's second most populous nation, where roads are often poorly maintained. And in sport, Fisayo Dele Bashiru has revealed Lazio manager Marco Baroni in pushing him to become a better player. Dele Bashiru joined the Biancolesti from Turkish Super League club Hatayspor on loan in summer. The 23-year-old is beginning to show his potentials after a slow start. The Nigerian international was on target in Lazio's 1-1 draw with Atalanta on Saturday night. The former Sheffield Wednesday star has so far racked up 4 goals and 6 assists in appearances across all competitions this season. The midfielder highlighted the role played by Baroni and his coaching staff since his arrival at the club. And with that, we wrap up Trust TV News Update. Do not forget to follow us across all our social media platforms. I am Sumaya Abubakar. Thanks for watching.